Hi there BookTube, my name's Nadine and welcome to another video. So I think it's safe to say if I had a BookTube superpower, it would be my lightning fast responses to tag videos. Almost before the original tag is uploaded, I'm like, whew, answered. So with that being said, Michael K. Vaughan tagged me in this video 4 weeks ago, and it has been my next video that I'm going to film for that entire period. And the cat has decided that now is the perfect moment to go wild. So this is the My Perfect Book tag. So let's just get on with it. So question 1, what format is your perfect book? Hardback, paperback, or even e-format? So for a long time, I really loved my Kindle, and I would read loads on there. But for some reason, I've really gone off that lately, and I'm reading maybe one Kindle book every month and a half. Otherwise, it very much depends on the book. So a lot of my reading tends to be done in like little 5 pages here and there, and I carry my book around with me. So things like Stephen King's The Dead Zone, which is what I'm reading currently, is ideal for that in paperback. It would be so heavy to do that in hardback. Stephen King hardbacks, they could be dangerous, like you could hurt someone with those. So yeah, that is ideal in paperback for me. Perfect. But for things like classics or books that I really love and that I don't want to just read a few pages here and there, I want to sit down and really have an experience reading, I like a nice hardback. It's like one of my favourite reading experiences was when I was pregnant with my daughter and it was pouring it down with rain outside. So it was a gloomy afternoon and I had the doors open to the garden so I could hear all the rain coming down, and I had a beautiful folio edition of Emma by Jane Austen, which was one of my favourite books, and I'd made a pot of Earl Grey and I had some honey, and it was lovely, and I just sat for the whole afternoon reading this book, and it was just such a lovely experience. And the format of the book, I do think, adds to that. So yeah, things like that, I like a nice hardback. So, question 2. About how many pages is your perfect book? Are you particular as to where the chapters begin? I'm not bothered where the chapters begin at all. As long as I do like having chapters, but not all books that I read do. Terry Pratchett doesn't have chapters, and that's fine. But yeah, I don't mind if the chapters begin mid-page or on a separate page. It doesn't bother me. And as to how many pages my perfect book is, depends on the story being told, really. Like literary fiction tends to be a little bit shorter, and a little bit more succinct. But things like fantasy, where there's a lot of world building that needs to happen as well for the reader to invest in the story, should be a bit longer. Probably, ideally, just a general book length for me is somewhere in the 300s. That's quite a nice length. But yeah, otherwise it depends very much on the story being told. Okay, question 3. Are you particular as to where the page numbers are located? No. If I was formatting the book, it would be bottom middle. That tends to be where, when I'm writing anything, that tends to be where I stick the page numbers, but otherwise, no, it's fine. I like to have page numbers though, I don't like anything without them. Question 4. Favourite font? Do you check to see the font details if available? That's honestly never ever occurred to me to do. So no, I've never checked the font details. Favourite font, as long as it's like legible, it's fine. I don't like a lot of cursive fonts, so if there's like a letter featured in the book and they do it in cursive, I don't really like that. But otherwise, no, as long as I can read it, it's fine. Question 5. Do margins matter to you? As long as they're there, again, I've got no real preference on margins as long as we have them. Question 6. Does your perfect book have any other unique features which make it perfect? So if memory serves, I think Michael covered this quite well with illustrations. Illustrations in a book are lovely. Lovely things to have. I do like to have bookmarks. So, you know, these little cloth bookmarks, the ribbon ones, I really like to have those, but that wouldn't work so much for a paperback. But yeah, hardbacks, I really like it when we have those. And nice end papers and things like that. Anything else that makes it perfect? No, I can't think of anything. 7. Show us the cover. What do you find perfect about it? So I've picked a few of my favourites off my shelf. So generally, I like my book covers to be quite simple. So I've got some hardbacks here. So Daphne du Maurier's Frenchman's Creek. It's like quite a nice simple hardback. I like that. I've got a soft spot for these Heron collection books with all the gold detailing. This one is a Dennis Wheatley, The Haunting of Toby Jug, which is my favourite Dennis Wheatley and perfect for spooky season. So if you haven't read that, I would recommend it. But yeah, I really like the Heron collection books with all that detail, and then again the ribbon bookmark. And sometimes they have some illustrations in there, like they normally have the author photo. And I think this one does have some illustrations. Of course, I should have got this ready. So yeah, so that yeah, there's normally some illustrations in these. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. And then Terry Pratchett, nice simple covers, but they kind of tell you what it's about. And yeah, Frankenstein, again, a simple cover, but you get the feel of the story. You know, just looking at it, it's a gothic tale. You know, it's lightning and lovely gothic castle. It's perfect. Perfectly sums it up, the feel of the book. And then paperback wise, my favourite cover is for Grady Hendrix's My Best Friend's Exorcism. As a fan of 80s horror, this is just perfect. And again, it sums up the book for you. You know what you're getting into with it, and I just love that cover. I think it's perfect. Okay, and finally, tag some fellow booktubers. As this was a month ago, I'm sure if people were interested in doing it, they would have done it, and they've been tagged already. But if you haven't done it and you would like to do it, consider yourself tagged and let me know if you do make a video, because I'd like to watch it. But that is it for now. I think next one I might get around to doing that cozy mystery haul, because it's kind of all piled ready and waiting, so I might do that. But we are a few days away from October, and I'm planning on making a lot more videos in October to celebrate all things horror. So yeah, I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye!